Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Golden Jailene. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a review and demo on the Faced Just Peachy Mattes palette. My birthday passed like 2 weeks ago and my friend was so kind enough to buy me this palette. I love her so much. This is what the palette looks like. People have been saying that they don't want this palette because it looks exactly like the shades in the Sweet Peach palette. But the shades are actually different. They're not identical, but they're very similar. Here are some swatches. I know this is gonna be kind of hard to see. I'll insert a picture where these look better. So these are not all of the shades that are in both palettes. These are just some shades that I thought were similar. From left to right, we have White Peach and Peaches and Cream from the Sweet Peach palette. Then we have Peach Meringue and Peaches and Cream from the Just Peachy palette. Next we have Georgia and Candy Peach from the Sweet Peach palette. Just Peachy and Peach Punch from the Just Peachy palette. Puree, Summer Yum, and Charmed I'm Sure from the Sweet Peach palette. And lastly, we have Peach Cobbler, Peach Tart, and Chocolate Dipped from the Just Peachy palette. Overall, I do feel like the eyeshadows in the Just Peachy Mattes palette swatches a lot better than the ones in the Sweet Peach palette. Whenever I dip my finger, I don't know if it's just my palette, but whenever I put my finger in these mattes, they're not the softest, they're kind of rough. I mean, they're not the hardest shadow, they're not like the glitter infused ones, but they're not as soft as I would want them to be. This palette, on the other hand, is very soft, they're very buttery, they're very smooth. To me, they all feel really nice. The only thing is, there is one shade in here that is definitely not matte, and that is Peach Sangria. I don't know if you can tell, but there is definitely a sheen in that eyeshadow. It's not matte, it's satin. So for the look I have on my eyes, first I took peach butter and I blended it all over my lids just to set my concealer. Next I took peach tea and I worked that in my crease. And then I put Just Right, like directly into the crease just to deepen things up a little bit. Right after that, I took the Tarte Clay Pot in Lucky Penny just as a base because I wanted to see how it would look. I was trying the clay pot out. And on top of that, I put Peach Sangria, and I loved the combination of these two. Next, I blended out the crease a little bit more with the color Just Peachy. And then I used Peach Meringue to highlight my inner corners and my brow bone. Next, I applied some of the Urban Decay eyeliner. I don't know exactly what this is called, but it is a very pretty reddish glittery eyeliner, and it's in the shade Fireball. And I just did a wing with that, and then I took some of the Rimmel Nude eyeliner pencil and I put that in my waterline. And lastly, I took Peach Cobbler and I blended that on my lower lash line, and then I put on some mascara. So this is the finished look. I think it looks really pretty, very fall, like all my other videos, but I think this palette definitely is beautiful. You can get some darker looks with this, you can get some smoky looks with this, you can get some very orangey, very natural. It's a really, really nice palette. I was kind of skeptical because I already have the Sweet Peach palette, and as you know, some of the colors in here let me down, like these purples, but I definitely love the Just Peachy palette. So the Just Peachy Mattes palette costs $45, which is only $4 less than the Sweet Peach palette. The Sweet Peach palette costs $49. I honestly think that the Just Peachy Mattes palette is better than the Sweet Peach palette. I just like this one a little more, which is saying something. I'm not a huge fan of all matte eyeshadow looks, but I love this look. I think it looks beautiful, and the quality I feel is better. I feel like the formula in the eyeshadows in the Sweet Peach palette is not consistent. Puree and Summer Yum feels softer than Charmed I'm Sure and White Peach. And some of the other ones are just not very consistent either. For example, like the shimmery colors, Just Peachy is very, very hard, and I always get hard pan, but then Luscious is very soft and buttery, so I don't know, I'm not too crazy about that. But I feel like overall the Just Peachy Mattes eyeshadows are very consistent, very soft, very blendable. They're not patchy, at least on my eyes, and I love it. Do I think that you need both? Absolutely not. As you can see in these swatches, a lot of the colors are very similar, so you definitely do not need both eyeshadow palettes. If you have the Sweet Peach palette and you want to get the Just Peachy palette because you think they're gonna be two completely different palettes, you're gonna be disappointed because they are pretty similar. This one is just better quality, so if you have neither and you want to get one, I would definitely suggest the Just Peachy Mattes palette over the Sweet Peaches palette. Oh my gosh, I've said peach like a million times in this video. Okay guys, so that's it for this review and demo. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!